continue to rise up. Today, brothers and sisters, we are rising for corruption. And for those of you who are afraid, join us. Let us not forget what George W. Bush said. It is time to change course. We have to change course in this country. We have to move. These guys say, move to the next level. I say we need to move to the right level. Too much corruption in Dominica. Too much corruption in Dominica. And I chant as I leave, Skerrit must go.
The level of poverty that man bring into this country. We are beggars in this country right now. Most of our people don't work. The last budget the Prime Minister passed, he said that there will be so much work for Dominican. People be coming from Antigua, St. Lucia, Grenada, Guadeloupe. Where is the work, brothers and sisters? Where is the work? This man continue playing on the ignorance of our people in this country. And now is the time. I call all the while for action. The action is without ammunition, brothers and sisters. It's our tongue we're going to use to bring down this government of Roosevelt Skerrit. Very, very insulting government in this country. No respect for our people in this country, especially the port workers. It is long time I call on the leader of the opposition to stop butterwood. Say it as you see it. And I heard him in his last speech, and I said, yes, this is the man I want. Lennox Clinton for Dominica. This is the man I'm going to be for the people of this country, brothers and sisters. Skerrit! Skerrit and the regime!
I used to have 4 laborers on my farm, working, and still doing my construction work. Now I cannot employ one. My advice to you, Mr. Prime Minister, empower your farmers, give us road, and give us market, and we the farmers will do the rest.
Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
He said he respect what I have said. We had a little snack time, and after he took my empty vessels from me and gone throw them in the garbage heap. He said he respect what I say. Well, if you respect what I say, do what I say. But he don't listen. He is leaning on his own understanding. He have a cantankerous mind, I can tell you all that. He came and he met a hospital in Marigot. Marigot is the closest village to the airport. He closed it and talking about termite. Man, all buildings are working in Antigua have termite. All you have to do is to treat termite. We have a health clinic now and not a hospital. I am a senior citizen and I work hard enough for this country where I should be getting good treatment when I am sick. But there is no hospital, so Roosevelt Skerrit don't care about his people. He's a servant. We put him there as a servant. Now he become a master. In Jesus Christ's time, he never been a master, always a servant. And now he become a master, we got to get him out.
Skerrit and the regime! Skerrit must go! Skerrit must go!
It is our time to ask you the questions. We demand the answer, and we ask for the resignation of Roosevelt Skerrit and the entire cabinet because they have failed us. Once upon a time, Dominica was a proud nation. We were proud people. We could stand and walk the streets with what belongs to us. We were able to come out and not be afraid to be victimized. Today, so many people are not here because they're scared that the pittances they get will be taken from them. Shame on Roosevelt Skerrit, and he must go. Banana agriculture has been brought to its knees. Our tourism industry has been brought to its knees. Our young men and women have been made beggars of. We will not take this anymore. Dominica cannot rise like this. And today, D-Day, Dominicans are rising. And this is the beginning of the end of Roosevelt Skerrit. This is the beginning of the end of every minister of government who will not stand up and condemn the corruption of Roosevelt Skerrit. I challenge Calvadaro, condemn Roosevelt Skerrit and his corruption. I challenge Justina Charles to condemn the actions of Roosevelt Skerrit. I challenge Roosevelt Skerrit to come here Meet the people. These are Dominicans. We are Dominicans. Come here and answer. Tell us about Montferred and about Maduke. And tell us about NG Lapsang.
As you know, I am retired.
No, you're not retired.
But I had to unretire because I am tired.
You're not retired.
I am tired of the name of this country being disgraced by Roosevelt Skerrit and the Labour Party. I am tired, ladies and gentlemen, of this country, of our people being dragged down into poverty so that our children cannot go to school because they don't have food, according to the wife of the Prime Minister. So she's going to give them hot dog and pancake. I am tired, ladies and gentlemen. I am tired of the insults. I am tired of the insults from Roosevelt Skerrit and his cabinet, telling us go to hell and we're too damn free. I am tired, so I have to unretire, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I am tired of this unrelenting hater of black people whom he cannot control, insulting us, calling us cockroach, calling us kakada, calling us snake, and calling us dog. It is only in this country that this Arab man could call black people what he's calling them and survive, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm tired of that. I am tired of black Sikatoga eating down the farmers' bananas, ladies and gentlemen, while Skerrit and his cabinet have our passport money doing what they want with it. I am tired, so I had to unretire, ladies and gentlemen. I am tired of hearing about abattoir and twabata and coffee plant and plant cafe. I am tired, ladies and gentlemen. I am tired of all that while they dump our bananas, ladies and gentlemen. I am tired of Corallo. I am tired of Susan Oldie. I am tired of Maldweke. And I am tired of Montferred. God, Montferred. Skerrit tell these people to come in red. Montferred. You hear that? Skerrit want all these people to come in Montferred. You see how we love red? I warning them people there. I'm warning them people. That red you see you have there. I saw a newspaper article in Iran when they were talking about Montferred and the money he stole from Iran. $3 billion. Before I leave here, I want you to calculate 3 billion by 2.7 and tell me how much that is. That is going from US to East. So, ladies and gentlemen, I read an article where they have Skerrit along with Montferred. And they're saying that Montferred used Iran money to bribe Skerrit. So I am warning those people in red. When the people from Iran come to look for their money, they will look for those in red because it's Montferred that took the money. When the ship starts to struggle, the leader comes on the bridge and he takes over. You don't go and hide. When they start to talk about Montferred, Skerrit gone in Bioche to give out money. Skerrit gone in Campbell to give out money. And he's sending Justina, and he's sending Denise, and he's sending Peter Seja, and Blackmore, and all of them to talk, and he's going to hide. He's going to hide. No, as a leader, you come on the bridge. When the going gets rough, you come on the bridge, my friend. Coward, he's a coward. That's what he is. So we're warning them people. All like Daru. Kenneth Daru was in Malaysia with Montferred. When the Iranians come to look for the money, Daru, take off that red. We are saying our passport money, our CBI money must be used for productive use to be able to assist the farmers. Imagine, with all this money these guys have, farmers, they are asking you now to start to pay for fertilizer and spray oil. We are saying no way, no way. You cannot have all this money coming out of your ears, your nose, your eyes, and wherever, and and you're telling us we must pay for spray oil and spray for fertilizer. No, our proposal is that for the next year at least, under a structured and organized program, you provide the farmers with the inputs that they need to produce so that we can produce and make our own money. That is what we say, ladies and gentlemen. The responsibility of a government is to protect the economic, social, and physical well-being of its people. Skerrit and his cabinet have destroyed our economic well-being. They have made us beggars, so our children cannot go to school because they don't have food, and they're giving them hot dog and pancake. I know we will say that, and the man wife will say, you have to give them pancake and hot dog. So ladies and gentlemen, that is why I've come from retirement. But I talk to the youth, young people. I am 74. I do my 3 scores and 10, and I am on 4 years borrowed time. The rest, it is for you, young people, at the colleges, at the schools, at the youth clubs. You need to ask questions. You need to tell Skerrit you don't want him to, you don't want to hear him on radio, on whatever show, on Simeon show. You don't want to hear him there. Come, you want to hear him sitting down with Mr. Linton. You want to hear him, ladies and gentlemen, sitting down in the nooks and crevices with Mr. Linton and discuss their future. Don't keep running away, you're coward.
It will always be peaceful, but it doesn't mean it's going to be easy. We are going to have to come here time after time after time after time. You have seen it everywhere else in the world. You have seen it in South Korea. You have seen it in Brazil. You have seen it in the United States. And we are going to see it in Dominica. Our numbers will do the talking. You see us today? We are armed with our placards on our telephones. That's all we need. We don't need anything else. Leave the guns for the police. They will protect us. We need our placards, we need our voices, and we need our phones.
And Skerrit must go because of the severe crisis of confidence into which our Dominica has been plunged by his actions and his associations with international racketeers, with money launderers, with fugitives from justice who pose continuing threats to global peace and security. Right now as we speak, the Royal Bank of Canada on Bayfront has closed down the government's passport account. The only reason it could do that is because that international bank is worried that the government of Dominica is connected to money laundering. The government of Dominica is involving itself with moving the proceeds of crime. The government of Dominica is involved in maybe activities that are about the financing of terrorism. Daniel Carbon should be arresting Roosevelt Skerrit today to find out what is happening with all this criminality going on in Dominica, and he's coming to peaceful people in Dominica to harass us. He's coming to peaceful people to harass us. Monfared lived at Mont Daniel. Nobody interfered with him. They came to my house to search.
Those wicked souls.
But Monfared was here, a big international criminal. And no police officer was interested in Monfared. Were you all interested in Monfared? Anybody there was interested in Monfared? Any one of you all? But you're all interested in stopping a meeting at 3 o'clock this afternoon? In Dominica? In our Dominica? Okay. Okay. This is a man. This is a man. The other way, Maguesa. Give him Maguesa. Maguesa. Since 2004, this man has presided over a corrupt economic citizenship program. that has compromised the global security architecture against money laundering and the financing of terrorism. That is why the bank is now closing down their accounts. Additionally, Skerrit has persisted. No matter how much we tell him to stop, he has persisted with the practice of selling diplomatic passports and selling diplomatic immunity under the table to a whole band of international rogues, vagabonds, many of whom have been arrested for international crimes while holding Dominica passports. You cannot have a man like that running your country. Because you raise your children telling them don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal. We want to build a society on honesty, and you have a man in the highest position in the country at the level of chief executive officer supporting lying, supporting cheating, supporting stealing, supporting criminality around the world that is endangering global security. He has to go. He has to go. We have had enough of his rogue diplomats like Lapsang, awaiting trial in the United States for bribery and money laundering. We have had enough of his gambling mogul Francesco Corallo, awaiting trial in Italy for bribery, fraud and money laundering. We have had enough of the former Nigerian oil minister Diezani Alison Madueke. She was arrested. She's now under investigation in connection with a multi-billion-dollar corruption scandal in Nigeria. We are tired of Dominica's ambassador to UNESCO and Monaco, Eric Tona, one who is on the run from Interpol. And we are tired of Monfared. On behalf of all the labor rights of this country dressed in red, we are tired of Monfared. Because the situation regarding this gentleman is especially disturbing to us. He is the holder of a Dominican diplomatic passport, DP 0000426, issued on the 13th of March 2015. When Skerrit hand-delivered that passport to Monfared in Malaysia, a few weeks after it was issued, Skerrit knew or ought to have known that Monfared was accused of participation in Iran's violation of United Nations sanctions and United States sanctions from his oil trading base in Malaysia. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs told us that Monfared's diplomatic passport was cancelled on January 20th, 2016. If you issued it in March of 2015, why the hell are you cancelling it less than a year later in 2016? They said now it is because at that point they discovered that he was a person of interest. Of interest to whom? They do not say. Was he of interest to Iran? No answer. Was he of interest to the United States? No answer. What was he of interest for, and who was he of interest to? No answer. But as an accessory after the fact, and the police will know this term, knowing that he was wanted, and we're saying he was wanted by Iran, because Iran arranged through Interpol to have him picked up in the Dominican Republic and returned to Tehran for trial. Mr. Skerrit's friend. Knowing that he was wanted to face trial for the alleged theft of billions of dollars from the sanctions busting scheme, Monfared was harbored by this government of Skerrit. He was aided and abetted by the government of Skerrit to spend approximately 6 months in Dominica as my neighbor in Mondania. We are also concerned about the Dominica Ships Registry operating under the watch of Roosevelt Skerrit from Athens in Greece. Remember he was in Greece recently? He went to look at records of ship registry. That's what he went there for. He couldn't tell us what the business. He said he went on business, but he can't tell us what the business was. And that ship registry business appeared to have been an active participant in the nefarious efforts to evade and undermine the international sanctions regime on Iran adopted by the United Nations Security Council. So you have now a government of a member country of the United Nations involved with others who are plotting to evade United Nations sanctions. These evasion efforts, of which Mr. Skerrit should have been aware, were led by Monfared and his co-conspirators. Reza Zarab is now awaiting trial in the United States, and Babak Zanjani has already been tried, and he has been sentenced to death in Iran for the theft of Iran's money. These are Mr. Skerrit's friends, Monfared and company. And we say today, as we call for the resignation of this man, that in addition to his reckless management of our economic citizenship program, his actions as a head of government of a member state of the United Nations have been dismissive of the international sanctions regime on Iran, and it amounts to an inexcusably, reprehensible and dangerous threat to international peace and international security. This man, whose resignation we demand today, has engaged himself in what has become a settled practice of granting diplomatic status to persons engaged in criminal activity, especially diplomatic cover provided in circumstances like those of the accused Iran sanctions buster Monfared.
Mothers, warn your children, don't do what I have done. A man online selling his nation, my Dominica.